Robin, one thing that I noticed about a lot of resumes today is that they are stuffed with keywords. Like very often, you feel that people are trying to stuff keywords that are not related to the roles or not related to the experience that they are relating. How do you manage the challenge of keeping resumes both ATS scannable and at the same time they are enjoyable for human beings to read them when they do?
Yeah, I mean, I think people are always trying to beat the system a little bit. There's lots of advice out there, that might be, mislaid advice or not great advice about, looking at job targets and then kind of pulling keywords and shoving them in your resume. And, that's not really how, the ATS system works, right? So the ATS is looking, it's vetting based on, maybe years of experience, education, whatever sort of, the priorities are for that hiring manager. But when you're telling a story in your resume about your successes and you're applying for jobs that make sense to your qualifications, your background, your experience, keywords come about organically. So you don't really need to feel like you should be stuffing your resume. It feels very fake. It feels very convoluted. It can feel a little bit embellished. It can make your story disjointed. So I think when you're honest and genuine in your approach, you tell about little stories about and I'm not talking about long-winded stories. I'm talking about a couple of bullets about a success that you had. And when you use the language that is indicative to the work that you've done or maybe the industry that you've worked in, those keywords are going to appear on your resume organically. And then, it feels genuine, and that's what makes it enjoyable for people to read. But if you're kind of, popping terms and words in there that maybe don't make sense or don't have the right context, people, read that and think, well, what the hell is this person trying to say? That's not the impression that you're trying to give.